What's up, friends? Welcome to my channel, Collecting is Fun, where I show you that collecting is fun. And finally, after Amazon has delayed my order into oblivion, I found this at my local toy store. Yes, they came through for me twice, in two ways today, because I found A-Team van that was like, let's see, 1/24 scale. Solid thing with lights and sounds. It's actually sold on Entertainment. It was sold on Entertainment Earth, but it's actually sold out now. So if you try to find this thing, it's rare to find this thing, and it works. Lights and sounds, and it's so cool. But anyway, they came through for me with this one. I saw this and I was walking out, and then I came out of it with that 18. Matter of fact, I will show you that 18 van because it does fit in the same scheme of it being red and black. But man, Amazon delayed my order, and they pretty much said, we'll let you know when it comes. That's pretty much what happens when they delay your order and they don't really know when it's going to be available. Yeah, so I paraphrase it, but that's pretty much what it is. Finally, I have the Red Hood's sports bike by McFarlane Toys. Man, this is a good looking bike. I've seen some other reviews on this, and I was happy to finally get this thing. I was like, man, let me go ahead and get this bike because I think it's a cool idea to have it. I mean, I like the vehicles that McFarlane comes out with for the most part. I don't like everything. I don't like some of the other stuff. I don't even want to talk about the Tumbler because that thing is cheap looking to me. I don't like the gimmick with the whole canopy springing open. I do have that Batmobile, the Batman Beyond Batmobile. I have that coming in whenever that arrives. It has that same mechanism where the canopy springs open, but that's a small thing because that thing does look good. But everything else with the Tumbler, I don't care for it. But I'm not going to get into the details with that. I want to focus on this right here. So this is supposed to be, of course, for the Red Hood. Show you the back of it. Pretty much, that's nice. I mean, that's kind of how that looks. It looks like it came from or it could be in the world of Cyberpunk. That's really cool how that is. You know, would I actually keep something like this? I don't know. That's pretty nice though. I like that. Who knows? I might try to keep that. This whole piece of art right here. Weird, I know. Like, let me know, man. Let me know in the comments. Do you keep this stuff? Do you keep the artwork on the back? Like, no one's ever saying anything to me about the artwork. Let me know. Do you keep the artwork on the back? Do you feel like that's something that you might want to keep? I don't know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and open this thing up so we can finally get down to the nitty gritty. All right, so here it is outside of the packaging, and it looks nice. It really looks nice. Looking forward to see how this thing rolls and how it fits with my other characters. I have two characters that I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Red Hood, the only two Red Hoods that I have that I care about having at the moment. I thought about getting the Red Hood that actually goes with this bike, but I was like, I don't really think I need this guy. I don't know. And then I saw some pictures where it looked like he really didn't fit onto the bike. It was weird. Like, really? Like, this was the Red Hood that's supposed to fit with this one. It's supposed to fit with this particular bike. So why would it not be like perfect? But again, we are talking about McFarlane, right? He McFarlaneizes a lot of his stuff, and sometimes he McFarlaneizes the stuff that he's not supposed to McFarlaneize because you want these two, at least these two, to work out together. So you got the card, just like the artwork on the box. So that's nice. Let's see what it has to say. What does it say? Jason Todd was the second Robin and easily the most troubled, angry, and with the desperate need to prove himself. Jason's impulsive behavior led to his death at the hands of the Joker. Resurrected to become the heroic Red Hood, Jason now walks his own path, learning to handle the anger that forged him. Red Hood Outlaw. Don't have that figure, but I have the next best thing, which I will get to in a minute. So let's take a look at this bike. All right, so here's the stand. It comes with a stand because this thing does not have a kickstand. Why do you not have a kickstand, McFarlane? It should have a kickstand. But instead it has this thing, which is cool. The big fat wheel. Look at that fat wheel. That's a big one. Big fat wheel. So, I mean, this is nice. This is a nice thing. Instead of having a kickstand, you have that. So that's a cool thing. That's not a problem. It's not taking up much space. It looks pretty cool. All right. And I'll also compare this bike with the Ghost Rider bike too. All right. So let's take this out and let's look at the detail. The detail is pretty cool. You know, it's not like, let's just be honest. If you look at a Maisto bike, you know, that diecast bike, their bikes or what have you, they put a lot more detail into this. And it's not that expensive, even though this is a bigger size. So, of course, it's going to cost a bit more. But you would think it would be just a little bit more detailed. You know, don't be afraid to throw a little die cast in there somewhere. But the whole thing is plastic. Every bit of it is plastic except, wait a minute. The wheels are plastic. Is it plastic or rubber? I'm going to have to say this is probably plastic. I don't know. Yeah. It feels like it might be a little rubberish. I don't know. But I don't know. So yeah, it doesn't have as much. I mean, you see the detail it is, but it's not like, you know, die cast. But the detail is actually not bad. It's not bad at all. Looking at it on camera, it looks kind of cool. Yeah, I can dig that. It's all right. And then you have the wheels here, which, I mean, it's okay. You know, I think it'd be better if it was shinier. I don't know, man. It looks all right. It's hard to nitpick. You know, I don't want to nitpick. That's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to nitpick about this because it does look good, and I believe it will do the job when I put the right figures on there. Then it has a little bat symbol on the back. That's, you know, you could have put a little bit more thought into that. Maybe that could have been silver. That could have been silver, I guess. Or red. It's just, it's okay. Maybe if you put some stickers here, maybe that could be silver too. Right there on the reflectors. Or blinkers. That could have been something. I don't know. You know, you're just thinking like there's more to it. You know, there's the Vengeance bike that has just a tad bit more. And well, like I said, I'll compare that too. On this other side, it's not the same as the other side. It actually looks like it has components that a bike would have on either side. So there's that one part. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a bike expert or anyone or any close to being an aficionado of bikes. But, you know, it looks pretty official to me. Then you have this. I'm glad that turns. Doesn't turn too much, but that's okay because the handlebars are out here. Now let's take a look at the handlebars. You see screws, but there's nothing up front. I don't like the fact that I see that. I wish you had more up front. So if you're looking at the front, you see it through the glass, which is cool. But you don't want to see this, though. You don't want to see the bar through the glass. You kind of want to just have that be like maybe a plate or something over it or something else. More could have been done with this. This is just, again, he went the cheap route on some of this stuff. This is not an exception. He went the cheap route on this. And you really can't be surprised when you get a vehicle from McFarlane. It's not. But I've never gotten a bike from McFarlane. So I wanted to try it out. And plus it was red and it goes with my red hood. So why not? And then I was looking to see if it was going to actually fit with any other figure. So that looks cool. It's all right. Got the brake pad or brake pedals here. Okay. This right here, this could be the mirror. You could have had something reflective right there. So if I were to customize this and have one of those, I don't know, maybe something from a Jada figure or Jada toy or something, or grab one of those from Ollie's that has a reflective material right there, I can try to peel that off and put that here, or just find some reflective material and do it myself. Just cut it out and boom, there it is. And I can customize it myself. I might do something like that. Just be a little creative with that. Otherwise, it's a cool bike, man. Rolls. Really like the fact that it rolls, man. Because, again, having a vehicle that can't roll is absolutely 100% annoying. All right, so let's do a little comparison. Let's now let's put somebody on the bike. So of course, I got my man right here, Red Hood. Yeah, the reds that he has doesn't fit exactly with the bike. He has a darker red in his chest, his vest here. But he looks like somebody that should be able to fit on the bike. And then of course we got Red Hood number 1, original Red Hood. And he's like, yo, that's my bike. I want to have that bike. He's like, nah, you don't fit it, man. I mean, you don't look even good. Something you don't even look like somebody who will wear or ride a bike like this with what you're wearing. But let's see. I'm going to put him on the bike and see how he looks. All right, so here we are with Red Hood from the Three Jokers on the bike. And that looks phenomenal. That looks absolutely perfect for this particular character. Take a look at this. I have him, I mean, his head can't go too far down, but that's because of, he doesn't have that kind of articulation in his neck. So looking down is kind of a bummer. But if you want to have him looking like he's really going fast, like he's using the bike the way it's meant to be used, this is a sports bike. The posture that he has is cool. The head, not too much. Hold on. I might be able to do something. That's about as much as I can get because I do have his hands on the handlebars. So he can't go too far up. Maybe if I straighten his arm some, maybe. But no, it's the articulation right here that I'm really counting on, which I'm glad the jacket is here because it's really like showing that arch right there. But it's hiding it, and that's cool. So this is a perfect look for him right now, honestly, other than the head. You got his feet right there touching the bars here and the feet rest, whatever. Look at that on the back. Okay, that's kind of weird. Don't look at that. That's a very weird position here. But you can probably fix that by just positioning him differently like this. But that's weird for looking at him from the back. Don't that's ugh. Okay, but you're not doing that. You're gonna be looking at him from the front or from the side. See that? That's pretty nice. Sports bike, rising up, back on the street. Look at that. Turn the handlebars. Oh, look at that. Look how the body moves with that. That's pretty nice. Doing a little controlled slide, the Akira slide. Yeah, that works nicely. I like how that looks for this guy. And let's see if we can get him to kind of maybe look like he's sitting up a little bit. So he's got his legs out. And maybe back some. No. I think that's pretty much it. Seeing that he has his hands on the handlebars, there's not much you can really do with that. So it's either going to be up like this. Maybe he's not having his feet on the rest. And there we go. Do a little control Akira slide like that. Boom. There you go. That's cool. I like that. All right, so let's give other Red Hood a chance. Let's see how he looks on the bike. All right, so here is OG Red Hood on the bike. And as you can see, when you're trying to have the hands on the handlebars, that's when it really starts to limit you and what you can really do with this guy. So you see his head is all the way forward. You don't know where his eyes are in here. You can't see that. And you try to use the articulation, but you really can't do too much. You try to have his feet on to the bars, but you can't. So maybe you put him down like this. His other hand, I don't think he has. I'm not pulling out his other hands, but he might have another grippy hand. But I'm just going to use this relaxed hand for the handlebars just so you can just kind of get a glimpse of what could happen if you were to take his hand off and replace it with another person's hand, another gloved hand figure. And there. So he looks kind of, why? Because I moved the wheel? Is that why you did that? Anyway, like I said, it's a relaxed hand, so hopefully you probably don't even see that. So here we go. He's kind of stiff looking. Kind of stiff looking, just like the other one is, but you're not going to have your back too loose or too bent on something like this. Yeah, I mean, it's the best I can do. Like I said, with the hand on the handlebars, there's only so much you can really do. And I like this though. I like how you have the wire cape to make it look like he's really moving fast, really moving. Let's see if I can just do something else with his hand. I see it. You probably don't see it, but I see it. And just moving, and yeah, doing a little slide there. That looks kind of cool there. I can see that. And whoop, see? And then here's the other side here that I was talking about. And what can you do with the foot? I'm not sure. Maybe I can do something else with it. I don't know. But here it is with that hand. Not really looking too ideal with this one. So it looks like Red Hood for the Three Jokers takes the cake. Looks like this is going to be his bike. And this guy can borrow it every now and again. You know. Or, you know, you always have the nice little classic thing where he can just, see if I can get his hand off of it, because it took some time to get his hand on. There we go. Maybe he can just kind of sit back on it and just kind of just have his blade and be like, listen, don't nobody come up here messing with my bike. So now just sitting here, he looks like it could be his bike. All right, let me go ahead and put his blade back in his hand because he doesn't like to be without his blade. But, come on. It's your blade there. So he's like, you know what? Who wants to mess with my bike? Who is it? So he's just standing there, just talking to folks. Yeah, it really doesn't look like his bike. It doesn't. He doesn't have that look like this is my bike. That I will roll up on the scene with that. This is definitely Red Hood of Three Jokers. Definitely his bike. All right, so let's go ahead and compare something else here. Let's see. Who else can we get out of here? Let's go ahead and get my favorite. Let's get Vinny. We're going to see how Vinny looks on the bike. So, of course, Vinny is still holding on to Batman's bike here. I don't have Vinny's red bike, so let's go ahead and give this one a shot. All right, so we have it over here. That's definitely not going to fit Red Hood, so there's no sense in even trying. So let's see what happens. All right, and the very thing that I was hoping for is happening. I was hoping that Vinny would look good on this bike. Honestly, to tell you the truth, when I was looking at this bike, Vinny was the person I was thinking of because I don't have his red bike. So this McFarlane bike can actually serve as a replacement for the other one. Because look at this guy. Look at how he's sitting on the bike. His head goes up. So thank you, Nacelle, for that wonderful articulation that he have on the neck. But look at it. His hand is gripped onto the bar. He also has his other open hand that slides right there. See it? Slides right there. Kind of relax a little bit. Turn up a little bit. There you go. Boom. It sits right there on there. And then his feet can't really go up there because it's going to mess up the aesthetic here. But you just turn that inward like that. And boom. He is on the bike. Looking like he is supposed to be here. Same thing with this leg here. All you have to do is just lightly turn his leg a little bit to put his foot here, and boom, there he goes. Whichever side it is, you can do it. And of course, if you turn this, it's going to mess up the effect, but that's it. If you just want him just posed this way, dude, that's it. Doing a nice little Akira slide. No, not really, because his toe is right there. But that's, look. You can't tell me that's not Vinny's bike. So Vinny and Red Hood. Vinny and Red Hood have the best look on this bike. So he can chill on this bike, but actually roll on this one. Oh man, that's cool. I was hoping this would work. And it's working. That's what I'm talking about. Let's bring out, while we're doing this, in a good mood and everything's working out nicely, let's go ahead and bring out and compare it to Ghost Rider. All right, so here we are with Ghost Rider. And then we got this McFarlane bike. Kind of almost the same size. Almost. Of course, this one sits lower. This is higher. It's not too ideal to have. I mean, it's actually kind of, it works kind of to have both of these in the same scenario. In the same picture. It kind of does, honestly. Let me look at it from the side. Look at that. I could try to put Vinny on there and see how he works on there. Doesn't look too bad, man. Look at that. Doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty. That looks like that could work. These two riding together, or somebody else on this bike, and I mean, it's like I said, the wheels are bigger and all that, but I mean, you know, bikes come in different sizes, so it can work. Definitely for toy photography, it can work. Let's see how Vinny looks. All right, so Vinny is showing out. Vinny in his pure Biker Mice from Mars fashion is showing out. Look at how he sits on Ghost Rider's bike. This guy fits on all the bikes. He can relax on the other one, on Batman's. He can ride on this one, and he can ride on that one. Come on, man. I mean, if you look at this one looks like it fits him more than the red one. Look at that. Look at Vinny. I mean, I moved the bars in case you saw, like in the previous one, I saw it. I mean, it was right here before, but I moved it over here to kind of make it look just a little bit better because I was going to have it down here. I am going to move it back, and I'll show you what it looks like when he's back. But this right here, I think, is the best look. Trying to put his feet on there is going to mess up the aesthetic because this doesn't give in. But if you just have him just like that, like if there was another piece for his foot to be on, like some bikes are, then that would work out. Dang, man. Vinny looks great. So if I had throttle, now it makes me want to get throttle. Because at first I wasn't going to get throttle or moto until the price went down. And again, I still don't want to spend full price for any of this stuff. And those things are still going for $29, almost $30. $30 for these figures. So I'm not going to jump on getting throttle. Definitely not moto because he's definitely taller than all the other ones. And I know this review, but as you can see, when you get into start comparing these figures and comparing these bikes, you just got to do it, right? So I could get throttle and have him on the bike, and that would be cool because this could be his bike as well as Ghost Rider's, and it will work out just fine. That's what I'm talking about right here, man. And there it is with the bars, the kickstand, or what have you, right there in the first position, and it looks like he's on a hog, like he's just doing a long travel position, and he's just kind of relaxing with his legs straight out, just on a hog type deal. That's what I'm talking. That's really cool right here. I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave him just like that. Gonna move this out the way because we're gonna relax afterwards. But right now we're gonna go ahead and show off. Let me get the. Hold on. There we go. Let's go and have the fire here. Let's go and have the hoods and Ghost Rider. Just like, I'm gonna just let you borrow this for a little bit, and we're gonna have Vinny just sitting right over here. We're just gonna move him to the side because I also want to show you my van. Seeing that we're looking at the red and black right now, that's the theme at the moment. Let's go ahead and bring out the van. And here we are with the A-Team van. Man, my local toy store, again, like I said, came through for me with this one. And I was like, ooh, I was actually coming out of the store and I saw it. I was like, hey, what's the story on this right here? He's like, what are you talking about? That A-Team van right there. What's that? A-Team van? And there it was. Boom. Look at that. Now, it is pre-owned. You can tell in some ways, I'm not even going to point out all the ways, that it is pre-owned. But if you have some type of Joy Toy Turtle or some type of figure this size, I mean, here you see it's a Best Action foot soldier. And he doesn't quite fit in there all the way. But I do have him out here like he's trying to shoot something. But if you have a Spin Master figure like Batman in there, you can have him in there doing whatever. It has the see-through top. And then it also has, let's see, it has the door. Let me go ahead and take him out. It has the door that you can put on, that you can slide easily and put on. I know it went from a bike review to the A-Team review. Boom, there it is. And then on top of that, it has lights and sounds. Get that switched. And it has the sound of, where are you?
What's up, girl? You miss me? 'Cause I miss you.
So,
Please, hold on, hey.
I don't know what he says on the last part. But apparently that's the voice of Rampage. The A-Team movie, right? Because that does not sound like Lawrence Tarad, Mr. T. Oh, the lights are right here in the front. Sorry about that. Where you at? Where you at? Come on. Let's do this. Hey, where the button at? You that far back?
We'll need a plan.
Boom. So cool. So glad I have this. Entertainment Earth was selling this, so you can find it on their website, but it's going to tell you sold out. So you have to find it on the third market, what have you, to find this wonderful piece. So we got the van here. Go and get the van out because it's not your show, but thank you for showing up there. 18 van with Batman driving it. That was weird. And then you have good old Vinny riding through with the the Ghost Rider bike. Danny Ketchum, aka Danny Catch. Catch me if you can. And then you have the bike that's supposed to belong to Red Hood. So just go ahead and stand here by your bike. Go ahead and claim it back. It's yours. You know, we were just borrowing it. I appreciate you being a good sport. And you know what? Come on, just stand by your bike. There you go. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's stand back because you're not in full frame. There you go. So Red Hood standing there, styling and profiling, doing what he does best. If we can just get you to stand really quick. I know it's kind of slippery over here, but there you go. So Red Hood is standing there. Other Red Hood is like, you know, I taught you everything you know. That's my bike, punk. But you know, you can have it because it's not really my style. But occasionally you need to let me drive it. And there you are. Get him out of the way. And there you have it. This is kind of cool. I appreciate this. I'm going to do a final photo shoot with both of them on the bikes. And then that's going to be a fun night. That's going to end the night. But yeah, I appreciate this, man. This is so cool. I thank you all for watching. I'm fumbling over my words. I must be sleepy or hungry or something. But I thank you for watching. Like, share, subscribe, man. This is some cool stuff. If you have a chance to get this bike, get it. It's worth it. It's not fully detailed. It's not everything, man. It's McFarlane. I mean, I know, but it's not going to cost you that much, man. It's going to be around the same price that you would pay for a collector's edition figure. So it's like in the $29.99 price point. It's not that expensive at all, but it's actually worth it. It's worth getting this and having it in your collection, especially if you have other figures that you would like to try on this bike. Why not? Why not mix and match if you can? Especially if they're red themed. Yeah, like some type of Furry Planet figure. You got some other kind of 7-inch figure that could work. Try it out. See what happens, man. It's worth it, man. And then, let me just go and bring you back out here because I was not expecting this man to look that cool on his bike, but he looks absolutely cool. So that's cool. Vinny, man. Biker Mice from Mars, man. Nacelle. God, dog. So, anyway. Have fun collecting, folks. Because collecting is fun. I'm out.